Guys, so today is October 11th. It is currently I think it's Tuesday. The thing is, my friend's mom like let her other friend borrow the car, but now she dropped it off, and now we have her 4Runner and we have a GX, and I want to give you guys a comparison video because they're both made in the Tahara factory and they're both white and they're right here. So I'm gonna show you guys an overview of like the differences between a GX and a 4Runner side by side. This is a GX. This is what it looks like. It looks like this, and then the 4Runner is like that. But then the trunk on the 4Runner is like, it swings like a traditional liftback. And then you guys know, well actually let me do an overview of what each car looks like. So this is a 4Runner. I think it's a, I honestly don't even know what trim it is. I think it could be a it's not a SR5. It could be a TRD Pro Off-Road. So this is what it looks like on the outside. And it has like the black, or it could be the Nightshade. I'm not sure if they make a Nightshade version. I should have done my research before, but this is a 2021 at least, because it has the camera right there for the lane departure. And it has a sensor right here. Right here. So that's the, let's see what year this is. Pretty sure it's 2021. It is 2020, because it's made in December of 2019, so it's probably a 2020 vehicle. And this is our 2016 GX, and for sure I know the trim level for this. This is a luxury, and what you guys could tell with the luxury is the I think they call it graphite, but they're different from the premium because the premium is just like bare metal. It's just like the alloy. And then for premium, you get this extra piece of chrome that goes around like this. Because in the premium, it would stop right here. Oh, sorry. It would stop right here. But then the door handles are pretty much the same thing. Like, they're very chunky. Like, door closing sound. You can listen. It sounds more hollow on the 4Runner. And then on the back of the GX, it sounds like this. Oh my god, I just smacked my face. Let me lock one of the doors. I lock one of the doors. Okay, this is what it sounds like. Compared to the 4Runner, it sounds like this. It's a bit more hollow. And what you could tell on the 4Runner is like the gas cap door, it has no lock, which I don't like because people, they could steal your gas. They could honestly still steal your gas from here, but the thing is they will have to pry it open. And this one has the driver assistance package. So it has the dynamic radar with the pre-collision, and we got the wide view camera right there. And then the lane departure is up there in the thing. This is what it looks like on the side. It's pretty clean. And this one is in Starfire Pearl, but I know now that they transition over to Eminent White, so it's more of a pure white like that, but it has metallic flake. Because then this one is just super white, so it doesn't have any metallic flake. So let me show you another thing where it has the Yakima roof basket. I don't know if this is a Toyota accessory or she put it on herself, but it has that. And it has a black painted roof spoiler, which I know on the Nightshade, I don't even know, I get these mixed up. So Nightshade is Toyota. I think Blackline, the Blackline GX, it has the black spoiler as well. And then our Sienna's right there. I know there's an edition of the Sienna where the rear spoiler is also black. But what I like on the 4Runner is on this button, you press and hold, and it rolls down. And then you see all that trunk space. And it's pretty clean. And I like how the rear wiper is recessed under here, because we're actually really lucky to have all our cars, most of our cars that have a wiper, have it recessed under there. So the GX has it, and then the Sienna over there has it too. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna roll it back up. And then to open it, it's like this. Oop. Oh yeah, and it has two grab handles on the roof. I mean, on the tailgate itself. It has two speakers, two lights, and it looks like this. It's a 5-seater. But if you get the 7-seater version of the 4Runner, the seats look exactly the same as the GX. But this is the power inverter. I think in the inside you could invert it. It's like the traditional something, and then you have to press a button to turn it on. And this is the 12 volt right here. And I love all this space. Look at all this space right here. And I want to show you guys this reclining feature. I didn't know how to recline the seat in the 4Runner, but we had one for Seattle we rented it through Enterprise, and oh shoot. We rented it to Enterprise, and the seat, it actually reclines. I didn't know that. I thought it was fixed. So you put out the headrest, but this is how you fold it. You lift up this section right here, this loop. Oh, it's kind of dirty, so don't mind that, because she carries like a lot of like plants, and it folds really flat. But the thing is, the 4Runner, they have this for the recline. So this is how it works. So you hold this. It's in the most recline right now. So this is that. When you recline it, that. This is the most reclined. But I'm gonna put it back to the original. And I love how the 4Runner, the door panel, it has this little cubby, which is super useful because you can put like your phone or like this key for instance, or this Rode microphone. I can just put it right there. But the coolest thing about these two SUVs is that they're built in the same factory. So I just think it's so coincidental that they're both built in Japan. They're literally both built in Japan, and they end up in the same location. That is so weird to me. And I love how Toyota, they add, oh yeah, and on the new ones, they put LED headlights. And on both cars, they have these lines right here. And then on the Toyota cars, they have these, the aero fins. I don't know if these count as aero fins too, but I'm gonna guess they are. And then on the 4Runner, these are manual. And the GX, I'm gonna show you what the interior looks like on the driver's side. It's kind of tight. This is the driver's door panel. They're all auto. And I actually love the hard dashboard because it makes it much easier to clean. And I know this is gonna last a long time. And I like how this is a soft button. See? It's a soft button. I don't know if you can hear that. Let me get in the car. Oh yeah, this is the, oh, she has these, I forgot what these runners are called. There's a name for them. And then here, let me press a button so y'all can hear. I don't know if y'all can hear that. And I love how tactile these are. And then this, you don't have to hold it. You just press it and it works, see? Because on the GX, you have to hold it. And every single button is really stiff and hard. Like there's no creaks or rattle. Look, I'm pressing. It's very high quality. And then this windshield is super straight. Super straight. And this is our messy garage. And that's my mom doing her face stuff. This is like, I love this dashboard because it's like the same material as the 2011 Sienna, but the Sienna, I don't like the graining on it. I like the graining on this because it's like golf ball. And then this one, that's the inverter. It's like it does it to, I'm guessing it's either 400 watts or 100 watts. I'm not sure how electricity works. So let's just read the label. And this is the pre-collision dynamic cruise control, lane departure. And the one thing I like about the new platform frame models is the TNGA-F models. I like how they transition over to electric power steering, not because of the feel, but because of now the car could like adjust the steering wheel. Let me show you what the lights look like. And I'll show you what it looks like on the GX. This is what it looks like. Oh, I should turn on the fogs. She don't use her fogs like that. I don't know why. There you go. But the door closing sound is very high quality. Oh yeah, let me turn on the hazards too so you can see what it looks like. So it looks like this on the back. And I like the mud flaps, and then I like the Fender Flares, because not only does it protect the paint, because this is easier to replace, but I think she backed into something. I'm not sure what happened, but I like the Fender Flares because they're protection, and I love the mud flaps. I like how they're like the flexible kind, so if you go over a rock or something, it's not stiff and you're gonna snap off. And I love the new sound for the turn signal. Is very high quality. So I already looked over the car, but now I'm gonna turn on the lights and show you guys the interior. My hand's a bit dirty. So I'm gonna show you the interior first. So we both have the same problem because makeup stains. And then this is the E-Crew interior, or E-Crew. They're all auto, obviously. But then if you look at the dashboard, it's super similar from this down. Exactly the same thing, except for the 4Runner, it doesn't have a gas cap button. Because over here, the GX it does, but 4Runner, it is non-existent. And our the windshield wiper de-icer for the GX is built into the climate control system. And they're both 4-spoke steering wheels, but this is the older generation. This is the lamb's wool cover. And then the only button that we'd kind of be missing is the RCA, the roll sensing curtain airbag. But on the facelift model, they took that away. So this is what it looks like. The illuminated door sill. And this is what the interior looks like. This is not a soft button, it's a hard one, so it stays, it's fixed. And this is the traditional, because there's a little box under there that's ticking, a metal clicking thing. So this is what the inside looks like. Everything is still really stiff. Look, no creaks or rattles. I can press super hard because this is all one piece, which is the advantage. But the headliner is way higher quality. But other than that, it's the same. But I dislike how luxury cars, they don't have a lot of storage. Because right here, they could have made a little cubby right here. But honestly, I know, because the thing is, they would make it, if they did that, the car would look a little odd. But let me do the trunk of how the window works. So the button is right here, and then you flip it up halfway, and the windshield wiper is still recessed on the bottom. But then I think on the 4Runner, oh yeah, no. But on the pre-facelifted, this is all painted gloss black, but now they changed it to flat black. So it opens like that. The gas struts are right there, and then I'm gonna open the side gate as well. But then I don't like how on the current GX, I mean, the very new RX, the brake light is like this small, right? But then on the 4th gen RX, it's longer. So they made the new one has a shorter brake light. So this is the way it looks like from behind. And I'm gonna show you guys the trunk. It's a little bit messy, this video, because I honestly don't know where to start, but the cargo is, it's okay, but the thing is, it's a mid-size SUV, so it's not the biggest. But it has a power 3rd row, and I like how Lexus, they did a smart thing where even if you get the light interior, the seat belts are now black or brown. But then Mercedes and BMW and the European brand, they're still doing the light color seat belts with the light interior. And the thing with Mercedes is they're doing a light colored carpet, which is very bad, because you do not want this color carpet right here. You want a dark color, because if this gets stained, it's gonna be a pain to get out. But yeah, we did carry some stuff, unfortunately, so it has some marks. This is from vacation, I think, and this is from like carrying this red jack right here. The stick, it scraped it, but luckily this thing, like, it could have cracked this, and that would be really bad. So good thing it only scraped right there. And this one, it only has the crossbars, which is honestly an advantage, because 1, for coefficient of drag, and for 2 is because it's ease of cleaning. Because if you look up onto the roof, it's so hard to clean it, very hard. And I wish in the future they would laser weld this so then there'd be no more molding right here. Because the molding over time, it breaks down in the sun and that's no good. And I like this. This is a different red. This is more red. This is more like a, no, this is probably the same color, but I'm talking about this, the inside, because these are two different colors. Or you can't really tell. But on camera, you can't really tell, but it's two different types of red. But let me show you guys. Oh yeah, and the arrow fins are right here. There's two right here. And I will show, and the headlight washers are right there. And then I will show you guys what the lights look like. So this is what the front looks like. Looks like this at night. And it looks like this in the back. Didao? No. They honestly, I actually really love the rear end of the GX because it's so square. And the thing is, most Lexus vehicles nowadays, they have L-shaped lights, but on the GX, I don't think it would work. Like especially on like the Volvo XC60, the XC90 looks really good from the back, but some people like my sisters don't like it. But I love the back of the XC90. But the XC60, it has vertical taillights, but now since the modern design, they added a little strip right here, which I think it don't look that good. It doesn't look good. Cars with vertical taillights that look really good is this car, the XC90, the Honda Fit. I love the Honda Fit whenever it had those lights, but I don't know if Honda Fit, if it has a new generation. I'm not sure. But the CRV, I like the new CRV lights. I love them. They look pretty good. But the thing is, they're incandescent now compared to the all full LEDs from the prior generation. Well, this concludes the review. I just wanted to show you because I was a bit excited that her car got dropped off because I find it so cool that both are made in the same factory and they end up being at the same location. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video, and yeah. But before that, maybe I should show you guys the engine bay, because maybe that will bring interest to you guys. Let me show you. This is gonna be a, I believe it's a, don't quote me on this, because I don't know. It's probably either a 3 or a 4 liter V6, because I know it's not a 3.5. And let's clean this out for her, because it's filled with leaves. Literally filled with leaves, guys. It's a very dusty engine bay. But it's weird how the engine is not centered, because it's just weird, because usually front wheel drive cars, they're not centered, because that makes sense, because only the drive shaft is going this way. But for some reason, it's not centered. Let me show you guys what the engine looks like in the GX. Which the engine cover is a little bit prettier because they actually painted it silver. So it's more straight and it looks like this. So they painted it silver. And like that. And it has sound deadening material right there. And yeah, it looks pretty organized. And I like this right here. But I wish how they would extend it over here, because on German cars, they put a little light right here. So then you can see from the inside. So yeah, I'm gonna close it. Oh, this car also has the installation. I did not know that. But yeah, let's close these. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys in the next one.